Now, when I get to this part right here, and hi, how y'all doing? Um, we coming on and we fulfilling. I keep saying a promise, but it wasn't a promise. But I did say the next thing we were gonna plant was some okra, and today I actually got okra. We gonna plant some sugar baby watermelon, and we gonna plant some cucumbers. Okay, so now I got my okra seeds here. Not usually the okra seeds that I have, but I couldn't find mine for whatever reason. So we went with a pack that we got from the store. And usually I usually don't have gloves on when I'm doing this part right here because I love to get my hands in the dirt. But I usually, when I do my okra, and which is this first row, I'm going to do okra. And I put this piece of this wood insert, the cardboard insert in between, because I'm going to plant one on each side, meaning when I get ready to flip the cup over after they've grown up and everything and reach what they can do inside of this right here, they'll already be separated. I don't got to really break the roots apart. So in this right here I got 4 pots, and which means it got 2 sides, so I'm going to plant um 8 seeds in this right here. I'm not necessarily looking for 8 okra plants, so um, it's gonna end up being a little more extra than not this time, Billy. Damn, do you have pepperoni seeds? Holy cow. They don't make pepperoni seeds, so anywho. So with okra seeds, I usually just take and push to the line of my pinky, and make a little hole for them there. And so that's what I'm going to do here. Or I use my forefinger, my pointy finger. And I'm just going to make a little hole for them. Not making them that deep, but, deep enough for the seed to rest in. And it'll do it. Okay, I can't do this with the gloves on, but I'm supposed to have gloves on playing in the garden because I am currently. Huh? Oh, it's all right. She already did it. I'm gonna live on the wild side to put these in right here, but I've been advised by my doctor that I should use gloves while gardening. So I don't want to plant too many extra because I think these seeds are going to give me 100% germination. So I just did 8 seeds in these right here, and I left the soil really dry because I'm gonna water from inside this tray and let it absorb the water up into the thing. Here is my labels, which I usually ain't that great at because I don't plant a whole bunch of stuff at one time, and I already have a nice sized garden or whatever. But I want to add to it and keep the season growing. Tag it and move it along up to the front. And I'm kind of rushing this because over here on this side of town, it look like it's about to throw down over here with the rain. And I like the rain, but I don't want to get caught out here in it. Okay, and there you have it. That's our okra. That's planted right there. I'm gonna move these the okra to the back, and so we can get on with our next thing that we're planting. So next we gonna do basically the same thing that we just did with the okra, and long as we got us a little spot for it to dig down and let our seeds rest, this what we gonna put in next. And again, I usually don't plant these kind of watermelon seeds. These was given to me and I need to go ahead and get them used. I usually collect my seeds from the watermelon that I grew seasons before. I'm not sure at how good these are going to germinate. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to divide what I got left in this pack right here, since they are older seeds. I'm not going to try to hang on to them. And I'm going to put um, probably about 2 seeds in every hole that I put in here. But that's only because these are older seeds and I need to get rid of them. So um, and again, I'm just sitting these seeds on the top, taking my finger and pressing them down once I got them there. Because I want to get rid of these seeds. All of them may germinate. I don't know. We'll cross that bridge when we get there. Okay, and I still had some extra ones left over, so I'm gonna go back and I'm gonna drop one more into each hole that I made. Um, all of them may come up. It'll just be the more the merrier, but I'm not trying to make that many of them. Okay, now that I made my labels for these right here. Aw. Now I have my watermelon planted, and you can see some of them. You can still kind of see them resting right on the top. Hey, coffee cake. Some of my watermelon seeds you can see resting still on the top. That ain't gonna stop them from germinating, but you do yours the way, whichever way that you want to do them. I do my stuff like this all the time. I never follow the directions, but since I've been gardening for a long time, I just do mine how I do them. And and also too, I'm into not making people overthink gardening, thinking that it's so hard and everything, and you don't. I just went and found some stuff that I had old stuff planted in or whatever, and I wasn't using it, and grabbed some soil. The soil is very dry that I'm planting in right now. It has absolutely no water in it. I mean, it's so dry you can pick it up and blow it and it'll blow away. It will blow away, but I just ain't that kind of gardener where I make everything like a headache. I try to make it easy so people will be willing to get into it, and don't be stressing yourself out, because that's not what we gardening about. So there we go. We got our watermelon, our sugar baby watermelon planted. And then the next thing we're gonna do is we're gonna do cucumbers, organic cucumbers. So, and I'm gonna repeat the same thing that I already repeated. These, however, are not old seeds. So I'm gonna see how many in this pack. And get them going. And again, usually I keep my seeds from seasons before, and I just replant the seeds that I have from out of them. You can do the same thing with cucumbers that you get from the store. If you flick these from out of your cucumbers that you already have, and put them on a paper towel, you can dry them out and do the same exact thing that I'm doing. You don't necessarily have to go and buy no extra seeds if you already buy cucumbers from the grocery store. Just harvest your own. So I'm gonna dig a little hole there, and I'm gonna put two in each hole, only because I don't really want to save any of them. It's open. I want to use what I have and put it right on. And I'm still gonna have some left over. And I also feel like these gonna give me 100% germination. So it's gonna be a lot of them. And we'll figure it out. Maybe I'll just give some to my daughter who like to copy what I do in the garden. I'll give her some of the plants so she can plant her own and you know find her way with planting. So what I'm going to eventually end up with is probably having like 4 cucumber seeds in each hole that I don't really need that many because I'm not trying to grow that many. For those of y'all who don't know, I'm going through cancer right now and I'm very new to it. Um, and so I just like growing stuff, and I already have a garden out there. So what I'm doing now is just adding to it because I got some empty pots out there that need some stuff in it, and so we just gonna go with it. And guess what? I got 3 seeds left in my hand, and I'm gonna do with it what I always tell y'all to do it. Throw the seeds down on the ground and see what happens. So that's what I'm finna do, and I'm finna show you. I'm gonna just throw them down on the ground, and I'm gonna leave it there. And then we gonna see. We gonna let the weather. You see right over there is I have that tomato plant that I told y'all my husband was telling me about. You know you got a tomato plant next to the door. So I'm gonna take these tomatoes, these cucumber seeds, and I'm gonna just throw them on the ground over there. That's close by that. And we gonna see if they come up. I'm gonna leave them just like that. So that's and you know, those of you all who see me throw them down there, check with me from time to time to see what they do. That's what I do with some of the seeds. If I would have thought about that before I did the extra seeds in these right here, I would have thrown even more of them down on the ground. But oh well, it's already done. So now I'm gonna just make my labels that I told y'all that I don't never keep up with. I just know when I see them. I really don't be caring about the name, what brand or whatever cucumbers and stuff that I get, long as it's one that I like or that we'll eat or whatever. So but again, I told y'all I be trying to do stuff and make it easy, not doing all of that stressed out. Um Gardening at your home, it should not be stressful like that. It should take away your stress. And no, this is not a lot of work. Um Actually, you get on the inside of you. I need to grow up. I need to grow something. I need to grow something. And it'll keep repeating on the inside of you, which just means you need to get out and play in the soil just a little bit. So, again, very simple. I'm not stressing out that I'm planting my stuff in the driest soil, the driest desert soil you ever want to grow in. There is absolutely no water in this soil, no moisture. And I'm gonna show you what I'm gonna do. So now I got everything labeled. I got my cucumbers, my sugar baby watermelon, and I got my okra already planted in. And I still have a lot of okra plants left over. I'm gonna put them in my bag so I can make sure to put them away. Okay, and now comes, hey Korean. I met a man that's going to help me get me a small garden. His garden is amazing. He said my wooden fence is the back in the backyard is perfect. See there, you already got the setup for it. Yes, goodness, that made me happy right there. You find them. You found them okra seeds. No, no coffee. I didn't find them. I ain't find them. What I ended up doing was today, this morning. You probably missed my lives and stuff today because this is the third live that I done did today. I'm on a roll today. Um, I actually been out today. I took my daughter to her dentist appointment this morning. Then I went out in the garden earlier this morning. Then I made another video. I've been I've been busy today. So no, while we were out this morning, we stopped by Ace Hardware and I just bought some okra seeds to go ahead and not letting nothing put a stop on what we trying to get done over here. So instead of one thing we were supposed to plant today, which was the okra, we planted three things. So we got us some cucumbers, some sugar baby, and we got our okra that we said we was gonna do. So I didn't find the okra seeds that we was looking for, but we found some okra, which is the important part. Okay, this water right here, it is not Zephyr Hills water, but that's the kind of water that I drink. I like Zephyr Hill water. Um, and what I'm going to do, what I have done is I've already drank these right here because I told y'all I've been getting water wasted since water tastes regular to me now. And I refill this up with just tap water. And what I'm going to do with it is I'm going to take this and I'm not going to water the top of this right here. Um, and you can if you want to, but that's not how I want to water them. I'm going to water from the bottom. So these planters that I'm planting in, they have holes in the bottom of them. And so as I fill up this tray, um, this pan acts as a reservoir and it holds the water. And as the soil needs it, it will suck the water from out of the tray and keep the plant moist. So that's one bottle we don't put in there. And remember, I didn't go and buy no water. This is tap water that I use to refill this bottle. So I've already squeezed one bottle in there. And I don't know if you all can see that well, but the plant is literally, this soil is so dry, it's going to suck up every last bit of that. And I'm going to go ahead because I already know that this soil is so dry and it's going to suck up everything. I'm going to go ahead and put this second bottle of water in here. And guess what? When the soil finish absorbing everything that it needs, it will leave the water, the excess water, down in the reservoir. And when the plants need it or the soil needs it, it will go back and it will still absorb what it needs in it. And another thing about the three things that I just planted, now you can see the reservoir has quite a bit of water in it. Um, the everything that I planted, it loves water. Everything that I just planted, these are nitrogen hungry plants, and they love to be watered. So we ain't gonna have no problem with water being in this reservoir. But I'm telling y'all now that this thing is gonna absorb all of this water that I just poured into here. And so eventually You gonna see this is gonna be wet on the top, super wet on the top after it absorbs all of this water. And I put plenty of it in, and I use 2 full bottles of this right here because this soil that I'm using is super duper dry. So we just gonna let it sit here just for a little while and go on and do its thing and absorb this water that we got going in here. And even the cardboard that I have in here, it's gonna absorb water. You know, you can use cardboard in your garden as long as it don't have tape and all of that writing and stuff on it. But even they say don't use with the writing or whatever on it. Sometimes I use paper with um, cardboard that have writing on it, but I use it to be like a barrier um, between the weeds on the ground in the garden. So you know, what nice way to water. Is that a pan? Yes, it's a pan that I don't. You know that sometimes your oven come with a pan. This pan is basically brand new. I've never used it before in the kitchen. So I was just like, I needed a reservoir for like my plants that I plant like this right here. So I already told y'all when it come down to out in the garden, I use what I have. I have whole pictures and videos of me showing y'all. You know how you have like holidays and stuff like that, and you cook those super big pans of everything, macaroni and cheese, potato salad dressing, and all of that different stuff. The ones that don't have a lot of stuff sticking to them, like the potato salad, maybe you put greens in one of them or something like that. If it's easy to wash out, I wash those. The ones that you cook macaroni and cheese in and stuff like that, I throw those ones in the garbage. The other ones, I save them. And the same way I use this pan right here, I can use it for a reservoir, or either I can use it and make it like a pan that I start my new seedlings out in it. Anything that I ain't got to go and spend no money on trying to get this done. You can be fancy if you want to and go and spend a whole bunch of money, you know, getting to what it is that you get into. But all of this stuff do the same thing that you going your and spending your money do. And trust me, I've been in that place where everything that I do, I go to the store and buy it because like I want it to look a certain way. But once you get into gardening, all you want to do is just grow, grow, grow. You will break out of that real quick, and then you'll be using whatever it is that you got to get what you want instead of going to spend your money on stuff. So the important thing is to just start. So yes, coffee, coffee cakes. It is a pan. Yes, ma'am. You know, you go through your kitchen at a certain time and you be like, it's so much stuff in here. It's so much stuff in here that I don't use, and then you start getting rid of stuff. I set a whole bunch of stuff on the side of the road. My kids had broke the knob off of the air fryer. I threw it out here on the side of the road too. Somebody came right and picked it up. But I got up another one. But I guess they'll take care of this one better because they was in shock when Mama threw that last one in the garbage. You have broke stuff laying around all over the place. I'm gonna eventually end up getting rid of it. So the only thing that now that we just waiting on is for it to absorb the water that we put here in the reservoir. But guess what? I probably am not going to sit around and wait for this to do what it got to do because I feel raindrops. We gon' check on this. You know, throughout, because it doesn't take long for this stuff to start growing. So every day, when I can, because y'all already know what I'm going through. So I'm not gonna say every day. I'm gonna say on the days that I can come out and show you all, even if I'm just able to like get a picture of it and post it and see what it's doing today. When these plants come up, we will be following to see what it's gonna do. Um, so, yep, especially if you've been in the same place for years. Okay, that's what I'm talking about right here. The last place we lived in, we lived there for 20, 20 some years. And now we've been in this place where we in, and we sold that part over there, and then we moved over here, and now we've been over here for like 10 years. But I feel like it could change one day or whatever, but I like where I live at right now. I like the property that we have. It's so much open space that I can continually plant things, you know, stuff like that. So, I got a lot of stuff that's already, you know, growing and everything. And I would hate to leave any of the stuff that I have planted out here, because we be getting fruit, bananas, all kinds of stuff out here growing in this place. So, but yeah, I'm just gonna it's slow with absorbing the water because it's so super dry. But it ain't gonna have no choice but to absorb the water. And I'm just waiting on it to go on and soak it up. And I'm gonna leave it out here and let it do what it do. This is one of the things that I'm not gonna really baby it like I do some of the things. Sometimes when I plant stuff, I just bring it on the inside. I plant it on the inside and then let it come up on the inside. But I'm not gonna do that with these right here. I'm gonna let them come up right out here, and probably in between chemo sessions, then I will get and when I get my energy back, um we'll come out here and we'll flip them up and plant them in the next place that they're gonna go in, because this is gonna be, well, obviously the cucumbers and maybe the watermelon, I'm gonna have to separate them. So if we go through that right there, then I'll show y'all the process of how I separate them and put them into different little. I got 1,000 of these little things right here, but I will show y'all how I separate them, put them in different things, and probably find somebody else who interested in growing some stuff and give them away to them, and give some to my daughter to let her, grow her own thing. God bless you and your family. Hey, Keithia, thank you very much, and tenfold back to you. Um, so we just gonna leave these out here, and like I said, when they grow up, because I put more than one in these right here. I didn't do that for the okra. So okra should be two in each pot, in each side. So when I flip them over, it'll be like they on in their own individual. The cardboard is like a divider, like cutting the pot into um two growing areas for the plant. And when it's time, when they get too big for these pots right here, they're gonna go in their permanent place where they're actually going to grow. um but we gonna see how the process goes. Okay, yeah, I'm so proud of you, fighting a good fight. You're such an amazing inspiration. Thank you, Okithia. Thank you so much. And y'all just remember, whenever I'm just talking to you all through my emotions and my feelings and everything. And sometimes I'm gonna say things that you all do not like to hear. Um, but I'm like that fighter that never gives up. I've been thrown all kind of left hooks and right hooks in my life, and I'm still here. I'm still here today. Like the things that I've been through, people have took themselves out for less. Um, and I'm still here. I've never had the thought of taking myself out. Um, have I had days where I feel like I don't, Lord, don't let me get up, wake up on this morning? But He still keep on waking me up anyways. So, yeah, I am a fighter. I definitely am. And see already that I had told y'all that I can't see myself continuing to do this. I'm already on to the plans of what the next appointment is going to be like. So, um, Yeah, I just be talking from my frustration, and I said that I was gonna take you all along with me on this journey, and that's what I'm gonna do. Um, and remember, y'all, my diary, so I gotta tell y'all how I'm feeling when I'm mad, when I'm happy, when I'm sad. You know, y'all, my diary. You know, the diary that can keep moving on and tell everything. You know, and then I don't mind that you tell it. You know, it's all good. So okay, y'all. I ain't want this live to be this long. It's a little bit more than 30 minutes. But this is our live for growing cucumbers, sugar baby watermelon, and our okra in representation of Miss Kim. And I'll talk to y'all a little bit later. Um, if I don't sleep past my time, because I definitely feel like I need to go and take me a nap somewhere, because I've been doing the most today. Um, and it feels good to be doing. Hopefully, y'all can hear me. And it feels good to be able to be doing the most today, because it's the most that I've moved around since I had chemo last, not last Friday, but the Friday before last. And this is my week where I usually feel really good, start to feel really good, only to go back on Friday and have my next round of chemo. So um, I'm giving you the best that I got, baby. I got everything on my. Okay, then. All right, let me leave Need alone. But yeah, you know, they're in between. I'll be giving y'all the best that I have. You know, to come out here and do the things that I love to give. And that ain't hard for me to give it to y'all, because it's things that I really, really, really want to be out here doing. So, okay. Oh, excuse me. Until later on. I'll talk to you guys later. Love you.